for lead generation. And I'm talking about 4 years ago. 4 years ago, there was no Facebook at the scale we are talking about. There was LinkedIn was about getting started. There was no Twitter, and we were generating leads for customer using social media at a cost which was cheaper than paid media, including pay-per-click, direct email. The cost of acquisition was lower. So the first month that the client interacted with us, wow, and he actually sent us a bonus. Thank you for exceeding our targets. And again, it was done by people who had very little clue of what, but thus they were all very passionate about doing something new. In fact, the business manager who I hired to run that campaign, she was 21-year-old kid. Okay. 19 years of age, she completed her graduation. She had already spent 1 year in the US working in a company in secretarial capacity. Come back to India because she wanted to be in India. And she chased me for 3 months for the job. So, how many of you want to be entrepreneurs or are already entrepreneurs? Passion in your employees is something that you cannot buy. If you can get passionate employees, but if the company's goals and the employees' passions are aligned, you can create others. What lots of times when you cannot get that going, you feel like that you're pushing a rock upward. Right? In any business, right, there are multiple pushes and pulls. Right? As entrepreneurs, the first push and pull is cash. Right? How do I manage my cash? The second push and pull is how do I manage customers, sales? How do I get new customers? And the third one is how do I manage delivery? And related to delivery is how do I find the right people to do delivery? Because if you are doing delivery yourself, the challenge is that you're not really growing. You're not going to grow. It is good to start if you do delivery yourself. But as you grow, you have to find other people to do delivery so that you can focus on growing the business. Otherwise, what you have created is, I would say, a new version of the neighborhood Kirana store. Like Mr. Sharma was a Kirana store in the corner. He goes, buys the stuff himself, sells it himself, takes home a neat profit. His shop becomes very expensive. He's a real estate, sells the shop, retires, gives a happy life. Right? You can do the same online. Right? You can create a business which is like that, which you do the work yourself. Hopefully, you'll buy real estate in your business, and the real estate will appreciate and give you enough of a retirement purpose to run. But if you want to create something new or something large, then you better be doing new things every year, every quarter, especially on traditional businesses. For example, if you think about, so in 2000, I had the opportunity of going to Infosys, and here I went because here is our most successful IT company. They probably know how to do software better than most of us. So I went in. A good friend of mine was the head of their telecom practice. So I got a very deep inside look into the company. The first question I asked is, I said, okay, I'm really interested in talking to your QA people. So I talked to the head of QA in the telecom group. And she said, I said, okay, how many people do you have? She said 2. I mean, there's 700 people in your organization, and you have 2 people in QA. I said, who does QA? There's all the team leads do QA. And even more. So what I figured was that their innovation was not technology. Okay, Infosys' key innovation is process. They have gotten everything down so process oriented for delivery. कि आप उनको कुछ भी दे दो करने को, right? They don't know what kind of software they are developing. Or obviously somebody knows, but the top honchos, they have figured out the process for developing software in a profitable, cost-efficient manner. That's all they've done. So if the client says, I want 10 QA people, you pay so much for 10 QA people. You'll find 10 QA people which will conform to your standards. We'll find it within the time you need it. And the charge price that we charge you will be such that you will not go to anybody else easily. So they figured the process around business so well. But they're not technology companies. Technologies, they could easily have been, let's say, agro-processing companies. They've just figured out how to handle that raw material of their business in such a process-oriented manner. As a startup, you don't have that, I would say, leeway, or you have to come up with something new. And when Infosys came up with their model, it was new. Right? The other good part of Infosys is that their founders were the guys who body shopped themselves first. Narayana Murthy spent years in the US. साल लगा के फिर वापस आता था. नंदन नीलेकानी जाके आता था. NS Raghavan जाता था. सब लोग अपने आप को बॉडी शॉप करके शुरू में जाते थे. So they knew exactly what the people would face them. So they made processes and systems around that. Okay. Again, if you think about it, their big deal, and you realize that as you grow older, wiser, is that they have, within the business of making a profit, they've actually enforced a culture around things. And that also becomes very interesting. I mean, that culture that they have created is the one that's allowed them to grow. And that's the big difference between, in Chandigarh you don't see that many success stories. लोग culture नहीं बना पाते हैं. यहाँ पे जो company अपने culture बना पाती है to grow and to invite the right set of values, those are ones that have really done very well. Okay, war came to Chandigarh, right, as an example, and went very big. Whatever there were strong business reasons for what it did. It was not able to create a culture. It was in the news for all the wrong reasons. Right? Why? I mean, people are the same. जो यहाँ पे काम करते हैं वर्क में, वही बंदे बैंगलोर में काम करते हैं. Racial stock wise they are the same. There are probably more North Indians working in Bangalore than South Indians. Right? It's the same set of people, but the culture is very different. So as an entrepreneur, you should worry about your culture a lot. The passion in your employees and culture. All the other things that are around it are really your problem as the entrepreneur. Whether you're worried about cash, sales, hiring, those are not your people's problems. Those are not internal problems. Those are external problems. And you need to separate your teams from. They should not have to worry about उस business कहाँ से आ रहा है, आपका cash flow है कि नहीं है. वो आपके सिर पे, as the entrepreneur, वो आपका काम है. I mean, if they were ready to take that amount of risk or the amount of headache, so to say, they would not be employees, right? They would choose to be entrepreneurs themselves. Because I've seen sort of both sides of the fence, and as I was running the center, what it came back to me was that, hey, since my approach is very entrepreneurial, for me, and I've lasted about 5 years in this particular organization, if I take the amount of ownership I take, then I might as well take the ownership, right? And which means that as an entrepreneur, if you find employees who take ownership, then you should make them part of the ownership to keep them motivated and happy. I mean, they will grow your business much more than you can. तो जब आप थक जाओगे, right? उस पॉइंट पे कौन आपको सपोर्ट करेगा? वो भी ओनर है, उसका भी इंटरेस्ट होगा टू ग्रो. In fact, you find that in the West, companies do that much better, right? So through stock options from the beginning, they basically made employees participants in your long-term success. So if you can make your employees, if you find the right kind of employees and make them participate in long-term success, they are the ones whose energy will drive the business once you get tired. And At least my experience is that it's very easy to get. There's so many pulls, pushes happening at any given point in time. And you need as much help as you can from passionate employees. So when we started Gazzetti, we actually again went through the same startup model, right? I incubated it out of my house. We started developing, the easiest. We said, okay, we are building a services business, and the goal was that the services business cannot be cash flow negative at any point. Right? No services business should be. No services business should require startup capital. Okay. If it requires startup capital, then you are missing some ingredient of. You need to get a partner who will provide that ingredient. Right? Products business require capital because products have long gestation period. Services business, by definition, if you take capital, then from the beginning you sort of put a scope on your. If you take growth capital, that's a different matter. Let's say you perfected a model, and now you want to go to the next level. Paying growth capital at a certain point in time for a services business is a different issue. But for people who are taking, which is a big problem I see nowadays, everywhere you go, business idea है, capital का problem. इस services का business बनाना तो capital नहीं देना चाहिए. मेरा strong opinion है. Bootstrap करो, जब तक तकलीफ नहीं होगी पैसे की, तब तक आप पैसे की respect नहीं करोगे. Why did the .com bust happen? So यही था because it was not really, none of them were real businesses. And anybody's looked up, what is the definition of business? When I was coming here, I said, first, we'll start with that part. So the Wikipedia definition of business is an entity for generating profit for improving the wealth of the owner in a capitalist society. Okay. Very simple definition. In socialist societies, it can be for other reasons. You can also have not-for-profit, or you can have government businesses. So you're oxymorons. Okay. If you are in business, you have to turn a profit. Right? Now or later. You can postpone those profits that you are building your products. But you are not in the business of charity. Whether that money is important for personal consumption or as a metric, but for the business, money is the metric. Right? Business ki lifeblood is how much cash came in, how much cash went out, and what was the difference that he kept or the business kept. Right? So if you run a business which does not, where you don't understand money, I would say don't. Take it out. आपको अपना, think about it. And I'm just going back. Why are you heard about the Jews, right? Why were the Jews persecuted? When a young kid would grow up, as a Jew, from the day one when he was born, he would hear people talking about money and how money has to be managed. Right? The equivalent we can think about in India are baniyas. Right? When a baniya is growing up, right? Especially in traditional households, I'm talking about 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, right? Especially where people came from a trader class. They knew how to write books of accounts. They knew what their cash outstanding was at the end of the day. They knew what their accounts receivable, account payable, aging was. By the time that kid turned 13, he could negotiate the hell out of anything else. Just like Rajputs in our country, they would grow up about things of fighting only. By the time the kid turned 13, he was ready to kill 10 people. He probably would have killed 10 people. Okay. So, if you are in business, you are a baniya. Whether you are baniya by caste or not, you are a baniya. You have to understand money. And it's not too difficult. For all of you who are entrepreneurs, you have to be very clear. This saal mein, think about it. How many of you at least get your books of account audited? By when does your audit complete? Okay. Is the tax की filing date होती है?
Very good.
Reliance के books of accounts कब close?
लेकिन 31st of March.
Books close होती हैं. Audited balance sheet अखबार में कब publish होती है? 7th to 10th. So here is a few 100,000 crore business which is publishing audited balance sheets within 10 days of the year closing. And here are all of us, which are probably, 100,000 or a millionth turnover, and we cannot publish our books of accounts. Why is that? What is the difference between a Reliance or any of the large public companies or us around? Take a guess.
It's basically the focus given to that. Basically the focus.
Yeah, focus.
They probably do the tax planning for a longer duration than we need it.
They do the tax planning for a long duration.
They want to have
Accountability to the public.
clear picture of what is actually that.
Because they want to do that on that particular day.
And
Because they make
because
it
something
for
is
next
wrong,
year's projections,
they are taking
because
steps earlier.
So, all of you think that actually Reliance जैसी कंपनी को तो 6 महीने पहले पता होता है उनका प्रॉफिट होगा. For them, end of the year is not a surprise. For all of us, next month is a surprise. Okay. Which is, if you think about it, wrong. Okay, it is wrong. How is it going to be a surprise what you're going to make next? There are 10 activities you're doing, right? Which generate cash, the lifetime of those activities, right? You will do some promotion which will generate some additional business for you. Right? You will do a discounted model and say, okay, this is what I probably will make. Or you can look at your past closure rates on new business and say, okay, I have been doing so much. I closed 20% of my business. I have 100,000, let's say 10 lakhs of business up in the air. I will close 20%, which is aged over 3 months. I'm talking about services business. So I will generate another month end. आपको पता है? You haven't had the discipline to write it down and say, this is my projection for the year. This is what I've achieved in the year. This is what my near-term projection for the next 3 months. Very simple discipline. As an entrepreneur, you need to do that. क्योंकि अगर आपने बिजनेस चलाना है, आपको बिजनेस का जो सिर्फ एक मंत्र है, जितना पैसा आपके पास आ रहा है या आएगा, has to be more than जितना पैसा निकलेगा. Very simple funda of business. If you are investing, again, let's say you are investing capital for 3 years, right? You need to invest to build a product for 3 years, and here investment is, let's say, 2 crore. It's a finite amount. That 2 crore is budgeted. Okay, here is what I'm going to spend now, right? And that budget is broken down into months, weeks, days. So if you exceed a budget item, you know that you're going off. So you need to pull back. Otherwise, you run out of them. So anybody who wants to be a businessman should have a projected book of accounts and an actual book of accounts.
In life, if I get the opportunity, I would like to. Something comes to my mind, and if I really get the opportunity, I would like to shine as a good entrepreneur. That's
Sure. More power to you. I mean, I'm saying the joy of entrepreneurship, sometimes people think is money. It's not money for most entrepreneurs. If it were money, then a lot of people, there are easier ways of making money. Right? What's the easiest way of making money in India today?
Estate.
Anything, if I look at the other way around, any piece of real estate, if you look at a rate of appreciation, for my business to beat it is a challenge. IT is probably the first business which has beaten the growth in real estate. Right? There are lots of other businesses, and I'm more closer to IT, that's something. But Think about it. If I had inherited a piece of land, right, and I run build a factory on it and I generate money out of that factory. So एक पहला सवाल होता है कि क्या आप ब्याज के पैसे पूरे कर रहे हो? And it's not real interest, but it is. What is the notional rate of interest? Are you generating a cash flow which is higher than the interest that you would have paid if you had put that money in a bank FD or if you had sold that piece of land or whatever it is? And that becomes very troublesome, right, for small businesses. But I think we're digressing. The other point I mentioned was passion. People normally, I always hire for, so you find lots of people hiring for different reasons. My suggestion is always hire for passion. If you can find one employee who's passionate, he's equivalent to 10 guys who are, pushers, especially as an architect. When you're a large company, then you need different kinds of employees. Okay? Then you need people who will be stable, who will make sure that you follow a process, take you along the way. But when you're a starting employee, you need people who can run. You want marathon runners, or you want sprinters, right? But you don't want sort of people who do the morning walk. You have to be kind of very clear that is this person going to be ready to understand what you want and whether he will be passionate enough.